Okay, I'm here in Albania at Tirana airport. Weather looks great, and I'm in a funny looking thing. It's I got here this morning and the lads from Just Flight had turned up and asked me if I wanted to try this thing out. I said, my first question was, what's that spinning thing on the front? They said, don't worry about it, just push the go stick and everything will work as normal. So I said, okay, let's give it a go. So let's try. Push that go stick and yep, gets louder, so that seems to be good. It's got flaps. Has it got flaps? Oh yeah, it's got 3 states. Boy, they move quick. 1, 3, 2, 0. I guess 1, 2. Okay, so 2 stages. 3. Anyway, we'll go to the first stage for takeoff. And let's just give this thing a whirl. So push the go stick, cancel the brakes, and we're rolling. We're kind of bouncing rather. It's got a light feel to it. Now I did glance at the numbers, and it said somewhere around 60 knots it should be flyable. Like it. Up we go. Gear up. It has got retractable undercarriage. Those flaps can come up, I think. Just let go of the stick and nothing untoward happens. And I got full trim control. Awesome. So let's get onto track. First thing first. Now.
6007, continue for north departure.
Yep, that's me. Mike India Golf 1. They've even put my number on the dashboard. Mike India Golf 1.
Tirana Tower MiG-007, continue for north departure.
Yeah, I think that beeping sound was bad, so avoid that. Now where am I going? Check my little map. Okay, I'm not going there, I'm going down here. So it's basically a counterclockwise circle, more or less, around Tirana, in which I've got to say it's a beautiful city. There's lots of great things to see. Back off the power a bit. I think 120 is a bit fast. Yep. And get it trimmed out. Looks good. Okay. Yeah, so going around Tirana. Now, I presume it's pronounced Tirana. Could be Tirana. Just being an Aussie, Tirana comes more naturally because Tirana was kind of a lightweight supercar when I was a kid. Used to win lots of races. Yeah, in the days before, well, in days when people drove real cars, not ones that you plug into power points. I don't even get what that is. So, yeah, this is nice. It's just easy handling. It's got an iPad over there, I notice. That does lots of other things. Handy looking things. If you've got a power button, press that and press it. Yep. Turns off. Awesome. That's all I usually want to do with iPads. Turn them off. So here's our first waypoint, is this large intersection here. So we found that, and we're just going to follow the highway for a while, avoiding power lines, tall buildings, other hazards. Very easy to handle. Now, lakes, lots of lakes, so great place for amphibious aircraft. Guys, that radio station's annoying me. I'll just change that. Right. So what are we looking for?
Climb and maintain flight level 310 Airbus Whiskey November.
Can't get away from it. Okay. We're looking for Megatech Shopping Centre, which should be down here somewhere. I think. Unless we just went past it. Doesn't matter. Name trims are not the main thing, it's seeing the thing is the main thing, I think. So sitting about 500 feet, I've just got one hand resting lightly on the trim. That's all I seem to need. It's sitting 120 knots again, it's probably still a bit fast. Now this being one of these prop aircraft, I've got things over here like pitch, which doesn't sound good when I do that, so I'll put it back where it was. That sounds better. And mixture, which also changes the sound. But not as much. Okay. Best I leave things alone, which I don't understand. Right, so how are we going? We're wandering a bit off track, we should be more to the right. Because I'll be jibber-jabbering a lot. Yes, we're heading across the centre of town. We're coming back up that way in a few moments. Beautiful. Okay, get back onto our south track. Look at that river going all the way through town. Pretty much following the main road down the west side of town. As I said, we found it again. Keep the hills on the right and you'll be alright. It's pretty much the motto for this little flight. Once we turn around, we'll keep those big hills on the right too. Now this is that reservoir, Kashari reservoir, I'd say. Yes. So in the flight plans I've got listed in between the waypoints, I'll have little arrows with a few things listed like this. They're features that you might see along the way. If you miss them, it doesn't really matter, but there they are. Look at that view. So nice little aircraft, lots of features like this little window here, which used to throw your rubbish out, I imagine. Drop it into the lake. Excellent. Right. Now where are we? Almost at the turn point, which is going to be another huge shopping mall. So I'm going to come to the right, because in a couple of miles we're turning left. There's houses on the hill. Awesome. And let's climb a bit so we can kind of see where we are. So just give it a bit more push on the go stick and a little bit of back trim and up it goes. Very few adjustments to the controls, as you can see. It's very stable. So there's our shopping mall. Big as shopping malls tend to be. And at that point we're going to pretty much follow the road as we usually do as it goes off to the left. So let's start our turn. Lots of action around about there too, notice. Saturday morning shopping, I guess. Quite a roomy cockpit. You can even lounge about if you like. Interesting buildings. Get the trim down. Check. I think I'm supposed to be heading over that lake. Let me have a look. No. Flying past that. Yes, there's so many beautiful water features in this city. You could spend a day just hopping in and out of them in your amphibious aircraft, which I might do that at some point myself. Look at that. Look at that. There is Tirana, spread out before our very eyes. Check what I'm doing. Oh yes, I should be turning here. around this lake basically, reservoir. And yes, the next stop is Skanderbeg Square, which is the plaza in the centre of town. Look at that. Awesome. Very good sightseeing plane, I think, in my opinion. I did read a bit of the manual. They said they built about 5,000 of these things. So, and been running for many decades, very reliable. And Just Flight did mention they got a couple of other versions. There's a turbo one which I'm keen to try out because I reckon that must go fast. Not that I'm minding this very sedate pace. And 120 knots is not that slow anyway. Some of the aircraft I've flown get around about 80 knots. That is quite slow. But as you can see, for a sightseeing tour, 120 it's a pretty good compromise. Because how long have we been flying? 11 minutes, and we're 2/3 of the way through. So yep, we'll make this flight in under 20 minutes, I think. Look at that. Awesome. Now let me go to the left a bit because I believe Skanderbeg Square should be to the right. I did see it out my window, but then I got distracted. What I'm going to do is a circle over it. A bit more power, seems wise. There it is. It's where all the trees and the big white plaza in the middle. That's a great shot. Wow. Take a snap of that actually. That's a great view. Obviously a museum or something up there near the lake. So let's continue up now, back up to the north. Turns quite well. It's a pretty steep turn, I mean. 40 degrees, I guess. Okay, back off the power a bit. Now, what's our last turn point? It is a dam, which is up there, just up ahead somewhere, I probably seem to remember. Yeah, you can get right down amongst it in these general aviation aircraft. And look, you know, if you're going to be considerate, I guess it's not as annoying to the locals to have one of these things, just like a lawnmower going over your house rather than a hurricane, like a jet engine tends to sound like. Now what's going on there? I don't think I've upped the throttle. Yep. Okay. No drama at all. Look, I'm going to miss that power pylon by at least, you know, a couple of meters. Awesome. Yes. Continuing on. Get my trim sorted again. There we go. Oh yes, now this is a dam, a reservoir. It's quite a large one. And I've set the turn point at this end of it, which is where the dam is, but I'm actually going to swing to the right a bit and fly along the dam back towards the airport. The airport is over yonder. You can actually see the lights flashing. Check out this river. It's just gorgeous scenery, just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's start thinking about this dam. Now we can see the water there. I'm going to lean forward. Yep. But the dam starts off on the right, so I want to come in from the east over here. We can do that. We certainly can. In fact, if you've got one of those bush aircraft, you can probably land I notice there's a lookout and a hill down here. You can probably land there and have a picnic actually. So bring a packed lunch if that's the case. And, I'm not sure I could land this on there. Someone probably could, but a bit touch and go I think. Yeah, that lovely open area in the middle there. So let's throttle down and skim along the dam. Okay, a bit of forward stick required there. Over speed, that's what that is. Yep. Okay, I get the message. Okay, I should have thought that through a bit better, but next time. Pretty sure I won't break it. Actually, it's not over speed, it was because I pulled the throttle right back. Okay, live and learn. Wasn't really panicking. So we got a glimpse of the dam anyway. And what's the time? It's only 16 minutes, what the heck? I'm going to, now that I know what that noise was, I'm going to do one more circuit over it. Nice visibility, there it is. Pretty nice. And a beautiful, another beautiful area. I will slow down this time as well. I was going pretty fast. See if we can turn in over the lookout here. That's it. Yep. Keep a bit of throttle on. That's what it's doing. Look at the colour of the water. That's awesome. It's quite happy now doing 100 knots. Very easy to hand fly it. Perfect. Okay, that was more controlled. Mike India Golf 4.
Tirana Tower MiG-007 is 4 miles east, 700 feet with kilo to land.
MiG-007 Tirana Tower. Altimeter 29.902 with 267 and 7. Make left base runway tree 5. MiG-007 with 267 and 7. Clear to land runway tree 5.
Tree 5, just dial that in. Mike India Golf 1. Okay, so that's...
To land runway tree 5 MiG-007.
35 is landing to the north, which is that away. And we're pretty much at the threshold, so I'll fly straight across. Do a left-hand circle and land. Did you say left circuit? Usually didn't say it. No, left base, yep.
Landmark 99988, please expedite your climb flight level 320.
More often than not, these approaches are done the left circle, I guess because the pilot's sitting on the left, I don't know. It certainly feels more natural turning to the left if you're right-handed. It's just a thing. Okay, now can I find my numbers for landing? Having a look over here, and I did write them down. knots flaps, 130 knots gear. Okay, they're the main things.
Landmark 99988, please expedite your climb flight level
Stalling
320.
55 knots. Okay, incredibly slow, so we should be fine. Now, doesn't that look great? And where's the runway? It should be there. It is indeed. So let's start getting set up. Let's go flaps. Can we go flaps 1 yet? Yep, 103 knots. We're 100. Okay. 112. Let's wait a moment. Lead off some speed and flaps 1. Adjust the trim. Let's go flaps 2. It's making noises. Okay, it's probably a flaps. Anyway, who knows?
Landmark 99988, please expedite your climb flight level 320.
What it definitely is a case of read the manual. So let's get the gear down. See if anything else beeps at me. Nothing yet. So 83 knots. Said 55 knots landing configuration. Well, I haven't got full flaps, so it's not quite. Let's try. Okay, I do now. Excellent. 55 knots. I'm 75. So first landing in the Piper. Let's see how we go.
Tirana Center, Airbus India. Tango Hotel X-ray Echo flight level 300. Airbus India. Tango Hotel X-ray Echo Tirana Center, continue as planned.
Okay, 82 knots. Don't hit the trees.
Landmark 99988, please expedite your climb flight level 320.
75. So we are descending. Yep, we are. Yeah, I've got neutral nose attitude at the moment, but we are descending. 67 knots. I don't think I want to get down to the 55. Blowing us around. It's got probably the worst Piper landing
Hotel X-ray Echo, please expedite your climb flight level 300.
in history. We still got it stabilized and cut that throttle back.
Landmark 99988, please expedite your climb flight.
I think that was not too bad. 60 knots. Whew. Okay, so there we go. Look at that building. It just looks so great. So, yeah, I'm liking this aircraft. It's a very good little sightseeing aircraft, very comfortable. It's got the waste disposal chute over there. All kinds of great features. Long range, don't have to worry about running out of fuel, which is often a thing in my reconnaissance jet, actually. Yeah, you'd be surprised. So yeah, it actually taxis very nicely. Okay, looking forward to more flights around Europe in the Piper.